So what the future looks like to me is one where I get to dance in the streets instead of protesting in them.
I imagine a future where everyone, regardless of who you are, what you look like, has what they need in order to thrive and is treated with the dignity that we're all born with.
To me, what our long-term agenda represents is a future that's not just an iteration on the challenges and the negatives of the past, but a fundamental rethinking of democracy, of government, of community that reflects the experiences of folks who've been the most oppressed in our society, leading the way to a new future and one that leads to thriving and nurturing of everyone.
The long-term agenda is extremely important because the same problems that we're facing here in Nashville are the same issues that you're seeing across the country. We hear the same exact urgency, desperation in people's voices, and the issues that they need to have addressed, and that is in the Bay Area all the way to the East Coast. It's the exact same here in the South, We are stronger together, pushing forward and having one cohesive strategy makes us stronger, as a nation, instead of just working in our individual silos.
Reaching multiracial feminist democracy is about renewing ourselves to a project of believing in the capacity and brilliance of all the people in our communities. Every social housing project, every new public budget that is debated by thousands of residents and citizens is all a glimpse of the future that we believe that we can make together.
We're coming out of incredibly dark times. The future that the partnership is making real step by step is one where the light of justice is more inclusive and more impactful.
Where we don't have pollution, where we don't have corporations really extracting resources from our planet and from our neighborhoods, where we have people feeling healthy and feeling secure in their workplaces, feeling secure in the neighborhoods where they live, where they feel secure in their homes. That's the kind of future that I see, a future where people can thrive, that our planet can actually coexist with everybody else, and a future that I hope my kid can carry on in their life.
We can avert that catastrophe, and we can be a part of doing that in a way that fundamentally realigns the way power is, that is a lot more equitable.
We're talking about public transit, affordable housing, roads and bridges, but also about social infrastructure, which is about childcare, healthcare, education. And so those public services are what we believe need to be invested in the people's economy.
With corporations setting the rules, families struggle to pay the rent, pay the bills, and have time to spend with their families. And families of color are the ones feeling the biggest brunt of this. In the people's economy, workers would just need one job to sustain themselves, and every person would be treated with dignity. That would be the priority, not corporations' bottom line.
One of the basic things that women, that people of color don't have access to is a home that they can pass on to the next generation. That very basic wealth, security has been denied to people of color.
We're not going to beat economic exploitation unless we end white supremacy and patriarchy, period.
As individual people, we can accomplish nothing beyond ourselves, but with an organization, we can move mountains.
Corporations are currently holding the power and shaping the way our democracy functions. And the only thing that can combat this is people power, which is informed, empowered community of workers, people of color, voters, immigrants, all of us coming together saying that we are worth it.
Democracy is not about just marking a battle of like my individual choice of who I think is better of 2 or 3 people. It is about the practice of understanding about everybody that I'm in community with. How are they understanding things? And then being together and making decisions. Sometimes that might mean that the thing that's most important to me isn't the top issue that gets taken up, but that's okay because I'm with my people and I'm making a decision about what's in the best interest of all of us.
We are Power Switch.
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 We are Power Switch Action.